we set up around 20 years ago a solar research center at the Brahama Kumaris. We believe it's very important to practically demonstrate alternatives to clean energy generation. So we set up a department. We are now around 40 people in this department, and we've done around 25 research projects with the German government, with the Indian government, basically focusing on solar steam generating systems for cooking and also photovoltaic power plants for independent power generation. India is a place which has a lot of power cuts, a lot of problems, and the demand for energy is increasing every year. And India has its own ministry for promotion of renewable energies and has a very ambitious plan in the next 5 years. It's the Jawahar Nehru Solar Mission. So we are participating in that mission, and our latest project is India One Solar Thermal Power Station. It's a 1 megawatt research project of a very innovative solar thermal power plant with storage. And it's a 12 million euro project, and we get some funding from India and from Germany, from the German Ministry for Environment and Nature Conservation.
Where in India are you based, and what do you think is the potential in your particular project in terms of scaling this up?
Well, we are based in northwest India in Rajasthan. It's a dry state, more bit like a desert. We have 2 months of rainy season. The rest of the year it's almost blue sky, a lot of sunshine, very favorable for solar systems. And our system has a very innovative technology, so we believe once the system is operational, we hope we can push the button end of 2014, depends a bit on the funding. We hope our system has the potential for replication. It's for small and medium-sized application for communities, for small cities which need electricity and which need power. And our system has a speciality that we have a thermal storage. You might know that the problem in renewable energies is the storage. It's the availability of power. Usually the sun shines in daytime, but you need electricity in nighttime. So the big question is how to store the energy. So everybody around the world is working on cheap storage. So we have developed our own storage technology, and we hope it's competitive, and we work very closely with the German and Indian government, and we hope that next year industry will come and interested parties will come up and they start replicating that technology.
Tell me about, unless it's top secret, tell me about your storage.
Well, we are using cast iron, and we heat up the cast iron to 500 degrees. We have a coil wound around, and we pump water through the coil, and we extract the stored heat from the cast iron storage. Well, it's a block of 3.5 tons. But
wow, so just run us through that, so that you have a block of cast iron, and to give people at home who might think this is quite interesting a sense of how this, where does the cast iron sit and how does it work? How long does it store energy for?
Well, we have a parabolic concentrator. A size is 60 square meters, and 4 meters in front of the parabolic concentrator we have a cast iron block, which is a cavity in the shape of a cavity receiver, and the weight is around 3 tons, a bit more than 3 tons, and we heat up that cast iron block to 500 degrees maximum. We have a coil around that cast iron block, and we can store the heat approximately for 16 hours maximum, maybe 24 hours. Losses are around 6 to 8% overnight, which is quite acceptable.
And give us a sense of the potential you see in solar in Rajasthan, I mean, and in India, because we've read a lot about this solar mission that you've talked about in India, and India is obviously exploring quite a wide energy mix, and part of that seems to be quite a lot of coal, but also hydro and solar. So give us a sense what you think about the potential for solar.
Well, India is blessed by sunshine, and actually the technology is there since many years. It is matured. The risk is well known. The lifespan is well known. We have solar thermal systems. We have photovoltaic. The price has come down considerably. It's actually possible to initiate transition towards clean energy generation on a large scale. It's not a big deal from the technological point of view. It's more like a question of the political decision and the finances. But technology is definitely there. The sunshine in India is there. They say you need an area of 100 by 100 kilometers and you could power whole of North India. quite easily. Well, you have to, of course, solve the issue of storage. You have to look into microgrids, you have to look into transportation of electricity, but these are all issues which can be addressed and worked out. I feel the time is right and ripe also to initiate that transition, and as we all seen by the hurricane in the Philippines, by the news of the IPCC report, we should not delay the negotiation and the process too much. Technology is there, the need is there, just let us do it.
India, just a sort of final question really. India is quite an interesting country because you do have millions of people there who have no power, or rather access to electricity. And one of the side events that you guys are involved in is focusing on global justice, equity and sustainability. Give us a sense from an Indian perspective of this kind of equity issue, the idea that you need to give all these people in India access to energy, and at the same time you need to sort of cut global emissions. How does that all fit together?
Well, India has not much of fossil fuels. They can't burn much more. Deforestation also has taken place to a great extent. So India definitely has to look into renewable energies and clean technologies. This is very, very important. India would need help in terms of technology transfer. That's very, very important. And I'm a German, and I'm quite happy the German government is very actively engaged in transferring technology, promoting grassroots initiatives, helping villagers, for self-help and so on. Of course, it is very important that the international community agrees for funds to help developing countries not to make the same mistakes as we have done in the West here. That's quite sure, and I feel here that India definitely has its point to ask the world community to come up with some more help and some funds in that area.